Hey, Scorpios. So let's see what's coming up for you guys now that we are in Leo season. What's coming up for Scorpios the next 30 days? Okay, so we start off with the Temperance card. I had the deck upside down. I don't read reversals. Scorpio. Two of Pentacles. Scorpio. Page of Cups. Page of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Ace of Swords. The High Priestess. Ooh. And the Queen of Cups. Okay. Oh, wow. Overall energy, Five of Swords. I forgot to say the main spread is with the Modern Love Tarot. And then I'm going to be clarifying using the Steampunk Tarot. All right. So we got the Five of Swords, beneath that the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands. All right, so we're using the most Leo deck imaginable. Hot pink with gold. Oh, Scorpio. I feel as if there's going to be some trouble in paradise if you're in a relationship. Even if you're not in a relationship, I feel like there's this could be people around you who you're just having intense differences of opinion with. There's a lot of swords on the table. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. But overall, yes, very, very strong energies here. So I feel like for the most part, this is a trump card. So the fact that it came out first is, to me, the most important thing. Because, yes, there will be arguments. There will be differences of opinion. But Temperance here is about harmony, right? It's about reconciliation. So although you and the people around you might have arguments, I do feel like it's going to be fixable. It's going to be something you can temper. You can bring back into, we're fine, we're good. So with the Two of Pentacles here, the arguments might be because, like, so let's say you're in a relationship and your partner feels like you're not dedicating enough time to them. You're not giving them enough energy. Page of Cups, and we've got a Queen of Cups, which are very polar opposite. Well, not polar opposites, but very different levels of engagement. A Page of Cups is a child, whereas a Queen of Cups is an adult, a mature adult. So it might be that your partner feels like, well, how is it that I give more than you do? They feel like you're not giving enough. Or this could be you, because this is a general reading. This could be vice versa. You may feel like your partner isn't giving enough. With the Page of Swords, I feel like the way things are being communicated is what may lead to arguments, because I want to say with the fact that this came out as the middle row, all of these four cards, whoever it is that's feeling like the other person isn't giving them enough, you or your partner. So if this is you, then this applies to you. If it's your partner that's in this area or this energy, send this to them. They're not communicating it clearly. So I'm seeing a couple of things here. First, they may hint at things, but it's child energy. This shows like a 4 or 5-year-old, you know. It's a child saying, me want, me want this. But it's not very mature. It's not very articulate. So in fact, they may want you to read their mind, or you may want them to read your mind. With the Five of Pentacles, it shows a bride who's kind of like, well, this could have several meanings. Either she's on the outside of a church looking in while two people come together, or she dreams of that, right? So if it's you and your partner, I feel like one of you feels shut out, especially with this image here where they're both on their phones, back to each other. There's just a struggle in communication. There's a blockage. I wouldn't say there's a blockage in communication. I just think that the way you guys are communicating needs to change. We have 2 5s here. It needs to change. It needs to be adjusted. Because I feel like first there's a hint, expectation of the mind being read. And when that doesn't happen, there's pouting. There's, now I'm not going to talk to them at all. There's like putting up walls, putting up defenses, until it leads to a buildup of, I'm going to yell at them now because they're not listening to me. But you're not speaking. You're not being clear. 3 of Swords is just leading to a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, but you're not articulating things clearly. So that needs to be addressed, because I feel like a lot of these arguments could be avoided by clear communication. Now, we do have the Ace of Swords here beneath Temperance. So I feel like the communication does improve. Maybe, hopefully this reading has something to do with it. If not, it could be that you and your partner just realize, okay, this isn't working. We need to work on our communication. And I think one of you or both of you, because we have 2 very intuitive cards here at the end. I feel like one or both of you intuitively know what the issue is and are trying to address it, are trying to say, okay, I'm trying to understand you, but you're not being clear. The High Priestess is someone who doesn't really share the information that they have in their mind. So I do feel as if it's being addressed. Like, okay, well, I need you to tell me what's on your mind. And it could be about feelings. It could be that one of you feels that the other person just maybe doesn't have the same feelings that the other one does. And that makes them feel alone. That makes them feel like, am I the only one investing into this connection? Because we do have 7 Pentacles here, an investment of energy, right? So maybe one of you feels like, I'm not getting I'm not reaping what I'm sowing. I'm not getting what I'm investing. And so it's leading to frustration. Let's see. These have already been shuffled. Let's start by clarifying 5 of Swords. Clarify 5 of Swords for Scorpio. Okay, we've got the Justice card, 5 of Pentacles. See, 5 of Pentacles twice. Wow, 5 of Cups too. Damn. With the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so sorry. So the issue could be that maybe one of you is very much very hardworking, dedicates a lot of time to career, to professional pursuits, right? It doesn't need to be work, because it could be school, it could be building a business. And it's, like I said, the Justice card is here, right? So it's leading whoever is on the outside looking in, sorry, I've got like little fruit flies, is saying, I'm not getting what I'm investing. Like, I'm giving this and you're not giving this in return. And so it's making me feel very left out. It's making me feel very disappointed. It's making me feel very hurt, almost depressed, and it leads to arguments. Or it doesn't have to be an argument, but it leads to a lot of pain, a lot of feeling defeated, feeling crushed emotionally and mentally, because it's the Swords. In fact, I want to, even 5 of Pentacles is like this, even taps into the person's sense of value, because if it is a partnership that we're talking about, and it feels like it is, this could also be business partnership or a close friendship, something of that sort. It even affects the way this person sees themselves, their own personal value. So it's affecting them on a lot of different levels. Let's clarify Temperance. I feel like one partner is a lot more sensitive to these type of things, and so they need more than what the other person thinks. But Temperance card is here, so I do think a resolution will be found. Clarify Temperance card. Clarify the Temperance card. Oh, we got the Queen of Cups again, the Emperor. Wow, okay. The Knight of Cups, the Hermit, and the Five of Swords. With the Strength card. Interesting. All right. So we have 5 cards to clarify the Temperance card. Five of Swords came out again. I feel like if you are in a partnership with someone who's a Leo or Aries, Aries and Leo are showing up here. It's not, I feel like whatever is happening is hurting whichever partner feels left out. One of you feels left out, one of you feels disappointed, shut out. It's really causing hurt and pain. And I think that the other partner, whoever they are, I'm going to keep referring it to that way because I don't know if it's you or your partner, Scorpio. They're kind of sitting there like, this is, at first, I feel like at first, the one that is not emotional is sitting there like, this is ridiculous. Like, you need to stop. We do have 2 people with cup energy. It's just that they are on different levels. It feels like one of you has Queen of Cups and Knight of Cups energy, and the other one has Queen of Cups, Page of Cups energy. So the feelings run just as deep, whereas one of you is a lot more action-oriented. The other one is a lot more romantic, as in maybe one of you has a love language of acts of service and quality time and touch, and the other one has words of affirmation, gift giving. And so it feels like you guys are on different wavelengths when it comes to expression of affection. Whoever the Emperor is, could be the masculine, needs a lot more alone time. Maybe they're going through something right now, something they're trying to figure out. So when a lot of pressure is applied, they snap because they're like, Jesus Christ, like, just let me think, let me focus on this problem I have. And it could be the feminine that's like, well, okay, but now you hurt my feelings some more. So it feels like a little bit of a vicious cycle. However, with the Temperance card being the overall energy, I do think it will be resolved. I think that even if there is a fight, it will lead to clearing the air. Let's clarify this 2 of Pentacles. Got the Lovers. We've got the Strength card. The Sun card, sorry. We've got 2 more. 4 of Swords and 4 of Wands. Okay, good. So, Hanged Man energy. I feel like both of you are going to put effort into seeing things from the other person's perspective. Overall, we do have the Lovers. So you are a good match with this person. Regardless of what type of connection it is, you know that there's a really good match. There's a lot of joy and happiness and beautiful energy here. I love the energy. And 5 of Swords going to the 4 means that there is a de-escalation of it, right? So you guys de-escalate the arguments, the conversation, and you go back to stability. You go back to celebratory energy of like, well, this is why we're together, because we love each other. We're together because we fit so well together. Balance being restored, which is really, really good. But it comes from seeing things from the other person's perspective, both ways, right? So I think that if your person is really busy and they've got a lot of issues going on right now, when you are clear and you let them know, hey, I feel very, if this is you, right? You let them know, hey, I feel very misunderstood. I feel like I'm not important to you. I feel like you don't really care. Then it'll give them a chance, but you're being clear. It'll give them a chance to be clear as well and say, well, I've got a lot going on. It's not you. It's not that I don't care about you. I just need to finish this project and I need to turn this in. And they've got a lot on their plate. So once you guys tap into what's going on with each other, it does help both of you come to a much more balanced approach. But don't do passive aggressive, childish communication behaviors because that's not going to work. Let's look at the Page of Cups here. we've got the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles. So Ten of Pentacles is a really good card when it comes to stability. Both of you are fully committed. So in case you were doubting that, don't doubt that. Both of you are on the same page when it comes to commitment, when it comes to dedication, loyalty, it's mutual. I just think that we have two different Page of Cups energy here, but we also have two different sword energies. We have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Knight of Swords. So both of you have the same sweet, loving energy, but I feel could be the feminine is somebody who's a lot more direct, maybe even a little harsh. Whereas even though she's not really showing up in harsh aspects, she could just be more charming with the way she's expressing herself. Meanwhile, Knight of Swords might be the one that's a little harsh because they're not really, the way they're holding the sword even implies they may hurt themselves with their own words sometimes. They don't really have the maturity that the Queen of Swords has in expression. So there's just a little bit of a disconnect in communication, which can be addressed. It's just, you guys need to be clear. You need to try and be clear with each other. All right, let's clarify Page of Swords. Seven of Wands. The King of Pentacles. And the Moon card. Okay, so before I move forward with this, something that came up as I set these cards down and I started shuffling, you also want to make sure that you're open to your partner expressing themselves. If you're the one that's harsh and your partner tells you, hey, this is how I feel, this is what's going on in my head, I'm not really sure if you meant to hurt my feelings, but you did. The response that's appropriate is you saying, I'm sorry that my words hurt you. The inappropriate response is you saying, why are you so sensitive? Like, just focus on what I said, not how I said it, because you're invalidating that person's emotions. And if they're telling you this is how you felt about it, listen to them. They would know how they felt about what you said. Maybe you didn't say it with that intention, and you can clarify that, but you can also apologize for inadvertently hurting them. And look at this. You guys are showing up as King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. I mean, a wonderful match. Wonderful match. But with the Page of Swords, it's almost like you guys are a match when it comes to the practical things in life. When it comes to long-term goals, when it comes to maybe how to run a household, how to cook, all the things that deal with daily life, you guys are on par with that. But when it comes to other things like communication, there's this really defensive energy. There's this lack of clarity. Like, somebody will say something and the other person will sit there thinking, did they say that because of me? Were they trying to like say this, and that? Instead of addressing that, instead of saying, hey, did you say that because of me? Like, are you trying to low-key tell me something? Instead of clarifying, you guys just let it build. You guys get into, oh, okay, well, I'm never going to share this with them. Like, you immediately assume and jump to conclusions. Whoever does this, either you or your partner, and it's leading to a lot of distance between you two. Let's clarify this Five of Pentacles. We've got the Two of Cups, Nine of Swords, Six of Cups. Wow, here's the Empress. Okay, good. So the Emperor now has the Empress as his match. So you guys are such a wonderful couple. Not only have you shown up in Emperor and Empress, which is like the maximum to me, you've shown up as King and Queen of Pentacles. You've both shown up as Queen of Cups. So the emotion is just as deep on both sides. With the Two of Cups, there's some sort of yin yang energy going on here. Now, when I say this, I'm not saying it has to be man and woman. I'm not saying it has to be heterosexual. This could be same-sex couple, but the Emperor and Yang energy is masculine. The Yin and Empress energy is feminine. So it's something we carry regardless of gender. Masculine, feminine energy can be carried regardless of gender. So, in fact, we all have both. With each person, it'll vary which one is stronger than the other. But I feel like you and this person really, really, really match each other on so many different levels. With the Nine of Swords, this distance between you two, though, is really, it's either fucking with you, if this is you, or whoever the feminine is, it's really fucking with them. And they live by the memories that this connection has created already. But we do have the Eight of Cups here. The feminine may decide at some point to step away because it's just not, it's not giving her what she needs. So with the Temperance card, I do want to say that that doesn't always mean coming back together. It could just mean closure. Because the cards aren't, honestly, they're good, as in if you guys could get over your communication differences, you would be a good couple. But if you don't, even if you're a good couple, you could go your separate ways. Let's look at this Two of Swords. The possibility of healing is here. It's just, it needs two, right? Clarify Two of Swords. Oh, Lord. Well, I guess they all came out, huh? Nine of Wands, Four of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. With the Two of Wands. Okay, so to clarify the Two of Swords, we get the Two of Wands, Queen of Wands, Two of Swords again, Nine of Wands, Four of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. See, the problem here with the Two of Swords is with their backs turned to each other, they've allowed a chasm to open up between them two. And now to cross that deep chasm is work. Because Queen of Wands represents us being in our ego, to me, in this moment, with this spread. So both of you have kind of stepped into your ego, and neither one of you wants to give in. Each person thinks it's fair if the other person comes in. Yeah, I'll forgive them if they come talk to me, and you're both in the same place. So with the Nine of Wands, now it's like, well, I'm not going to give in. Look at that Four of Cups energy. I don't know what they're thinking. They think I'm going to come running. They're out of their mind. Both of you are in the same place. So now, this stability that both of you had wanted, I want to say there's a hint of possibility that it could crumble if you don't do something about it. If you don't address it, this might not survive. There needs to be action taken. That's the Wands energy, Two of Wands. Like, you need to make a plan, put your pride aside, and say, okay, we need to talk about this because it keeps growing. And what are we going to do about it? We need to address it. Let's look at this Ace of Swords. We've got the Eight of Swords, Judgment, the Magician, and the Page of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so again, both the King and the Queen of Pentacles are present. Scorpio, you may be the feminine, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter, because there's so much more feminine energy present than there is masculine. We had the Queen of Cups twice. We had the Queen of Swords. We had the Queen of Wands, and now the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you may be the feminine, Or if you're the masculine, it's telling you what's going on with the feminine. So, clarifying the Ace of Swords, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Judgment, the Magician, and Page of Swords. So if you're the feminine, you may be the one showing up in poor communication, because this is where the Page of Swords shows up. You're very much in your head, overthinking things. You may be assigning meaning to things that the masculine said that the masculine did not mean that way. But it's, look, the two swords, Eight of Swords with the Page of Swords, puts you into the Nine of Swords, which is this card here. So you're definitely losing sleep, overthinking, worrying about what that meant. Were they thinking about you? And without realizing it, with the Judgment, you're passing judgment on something that was not intended that way. But with the Magician here, you're also manifesting more of it, because you're focusing on what the masculine said that you didn't like. And the more you focus on what they said that you didn't like, the more it's like you're blowing it out of proportion. With the Ace of Swords, you may get clarity on what it is you're doing, but whether you get clarity on it doesn't mean you're going to fix it. That's up to you. Action needs to be taken. Tarot's giving you the solution. It's up to you if you're going to take it or not. Because then we show up with the High Priestess energy, which is not the best communicator. High Priestess has a lot of knowledge, but she doesn't always say what she knows is true. Let's clarify that. Clarify the High Priestess. We've got Page of Pentacles, the Star, and the Nine of Cups with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't feel like you're improving much. With the High Priestess, you're kind of in this energy of like, well, it's on a need-to-know basis. They don't ask the right questions. They don't get to know this, or that about me. You're approaching it from a very Page energy. I mean, Page energy has been kind of throughout the reading. We have Page of Cups again, Page of Swords here, Page of Swords again, and now the Page of Pentacles. There's been a lot of Page energy throughout the reading. So I want to say either one or both of you are approaching it from a very childish perspective, and it's not helping, because maturity is needed to be able to address things clearly and come to a compromise. So you're doing this, I'm going to put myself out of reach of this person. You're going cold, you're going distant. So with the Nine of Cups, you may even start indulging in drinking, partying, or just, it could just be TV, whatever it is you're indulging. It's like to get your mind off of this. You're doing the Two of Pentacles, but in a I want to say immature way, which is why the Five of Swords is here. I was wondering, I thought it was just arguments, but no, now I see. So since they are not giving you enough time or attention or affection, now you're doing whatever you can to not give them that time and affection. So you're effectively shooting yourself in the foot. Five of Swords is almost like you may have won an argument. You may feel like, well, now so let me put it to you this way. Let's say that this is, this happens at an event, right? And a person you like doesn't give you attention, which could be your partner, but let's say it's a person you like, right? You go to this party and this person is like saying hi to other people, and you feel left out because they haven't come to say hi to you. And so your response is to completely avoid them the rest of the party. So it serves your pride because, you feel like, I snubbed them before they could snub me. But in reality, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, because now you also didn't get any opportunity to actually spend time with them and actually see if maybe they just had something really important to discuss with certain people. So that's Five of Swords energy. Yes, you're repaying with the same coin, but you're also even less getting what you want. I don't know if that's what you actually wanted. Clarify Queen of Cups. I don't think it is. There's the Empress. Clarify Queen of Cups. Three of Cups. And the High Priestess. See? It's the feminine. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So here's the thing about the Wheel of Fortune. This is Jupiter energy. I feel like you're about to learn some lessons, Scorpio, that you may not like. Because you're feeding the side of yourself that is into your ego. You're feeding the side of yourself that's trying to crush somebody else because you feel crushed, without even thinking if this person has the intention of emotionally crushing you or not. And so you're assuming that they don't care if they're hurting you, so I'm not going to care if I hurt them. But it's not. This is like a wonderful connection gone wrong, because we have the Empress here, the Emperor here, Queen of Cups, King and Queen of Pentacles, but it's gone horribly wrong because ego is getting in the way. So now there's going to be heartache. Now there's going to be pain. I don't see a breakup per se. I just see a lot of tension between two people. I feel like you may have, whoever the Empress is, the feminine, I feel like you may have friends who are giving you really shitty advice. I'm just going to be honest about that. I feel like you may have a friend who tells you things like, no, don't go to them. Fuck them. Let them come to you. They hurt you. Why do you have to be the one fixing everything? Don't do that. Don't be stupid. And so they encourage you to step into this High Priestess energy where you know what needs to be done, but you don't do it because they haven't tapped into that code yet. They haven't done what you wanted yet. They haven't unlocked that achievement. And I think that in reality, it's just going to lead to more distance. So I'm going to pull 3 cards, one for relationship, one for prosperity, and one for protection. And then we'll do the overall energy as a general message. What's the relationship message for Scorpio? Relationship message for Scorpio. The Fates. Prosperity message for Scorpio. Prosperity message. Come to the edge. And protection message for Scorpio. Poised. Nice. And the overall message for you is, mending. Talk about temperance. All right. 52. Mending, forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. Each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal: the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. So this is just making me think, like the whole reading, I swear, it's just a confirmation of it. Whatever arguments and hurts have been accumulating, your burden is getting heavier and heavier, Scorpio. Set yourself free by communicating clearly. Let this person know what's going on with you, why your feelings were hurt. Ask them if they meant to do that. Clarify. You're putting yourself in this place of ego or maybe they are. I feel like it's you, but whoever is doing that, it's not leading to good harmony. The connection is falling apart because of ego. So set yourself free from that burden. Let's read number 17, fates. Fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. Other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is the time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view or how they should be so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. So there's that Jupiter energy coming in. Fate, destiny is connecting you to this person, but it's up to you whether it's going to be a lesson or a blessing, because this was meant to be a blessing, I feel. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been matched up with an emperor, somebody who's at your level, who can match you in so many different ways, but you're trying to make them into something they're not to make yourself happy. And I'm sure as an emperor and a king of pentacles, they're putting in effort, but you're like, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. I want more. Whatever it is that they're not giving you, you're blowing it into this big thing. So be aware of that. 36, prosperity message. Come to the edge. Courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. If there was ever a time for you to take a leap of faith into the unknown, it is now. This is the perfect moment to take a big risk. The unknown is the only choice now, and if you come to the edge, you will discover treasure beyond your wildest dreams. Allow your courage to lead you in spite of your fears. You don't need to know the exact form of what you're going for. The essence is much more powerful, and Spirit has a way of delivering an even better version of prosperity than you could imagine. Take that step. The results will be amazing. Oh, so maybe there's some sort of investment that you're looking into making or decision, and it requires courage. Take the faith, take the leap, Scorpio. Now, number 48 is about protection. Being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, and confidence. You are not ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it will land you in some muck now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you are really ready. It's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later. So this is interesting because these two messages are kind of conflicting. So I feel like whatever you're working on, it's saying go ahead and do it, but don't rush. Go ahead and move forward, but make sure you're doing so intelligently. Like don't half-ass it. Don't half-ass anything, which is not really a Scorpio energy. So, you know, you might have some mutable placements, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces. But yeah, don't half-ass it because you won't be happy later. Nobody will be happy later. Okay. All right, Scorpio, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, if this resonated with you. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, share the video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.